Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hardwood Nation podcast with your boy C.L. Anthony, my main man Bryce Ward, and the best two co-hosts in the world, Michael Franz and Lemon Daddy. That we're gonna go into that a little bit later. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Doing well,
Maybe
bro.
not as good as Lemon Daddy, but pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Viva Puerto Rico,
Mm.
mi gente. Shout out to Bad Bunny.
So, with that said, as always, we got some shit to get into. The NBA preseason has started this week. Thank the Lord. I'm gonna start with Mike first. As far as we're gonna preview our teams that we follow closely. So I know Mike is a big fan of the Detroit Pistons. He lives close to the Phoenix Suns. So Mike, are you happy with the offseason moves? And do you think we can have some movement as far as a deep playoff run for the Pistons this season?
Well, that's a given that definitely they're going to have a deep playoff run. They ended up, I think, sixth in the East last year, and now you got two of the top teams missing their star players. So, I mean, overall, I think we said it before, the East is wide open right now, and the way that the Pistons are transcending is going up, in my opinion. They added some depth by getting Karis LeVert. They also have three-point shooting now with Duncan Robinson. And then the gentleman, Lanier, that they got from the draft, who was the best three-point shooter in college basketball last year. It's kind of like I think that they added some of those small pieces that they kind of needed, not only for depth, but for actual shooting as well. Cade Cunningham's going to come into his this year. I think he's got probably the best supporting cast that he's had. Jaden Ivey's actually looking pretty good as well. But this is another season between him and Jalen Duren that's going to be kind of, making them a strong tandem in the East. So I think that they can compete with literally anybody. We got to think also, they out of the, what was it, 6 games that they played against the Knicks in the playoffs. Granted, it was first round. They were winning, like, going into the fourth quarter in, like, 5 of those games. You know what I mean? So they were a 10-point run away from a win at the very first game of the series. They lost a couple of them within the last couple of minutes. So, you're talking about a couple of minutes, and it could have been a round 2 entry for them. It's not hard for me to say that I think they're going to go pretty far this year.
So you think they got enough juice to, if there's a rematch, you think they got enough juice to get through New York this year?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think another season under J.D. Bickerstaff is going to be good as well. The chemistry between the team, et cetera, I think putting it all together, I think it makes for a good result. It may not be a championship, but it's another step in the right direction.
So to pivot, I know Jalen Green has spent some of the offseason fighting with his girlfriend / mother / fiance, whoever the fuck she is now, to him. What's going on with the Phoenix Suns?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. Like, I think that they're a mess right now. They're putting shooting guards at the point guard spot. They literally have a depth of shooting guards and big men, and that's about it. So trying to form a full roster off of that, like on paper, it definitely looks like it could be okay. There's a lot of points being scored between Green and Booker. But I think the biggest piece that they got, and I hate to say it because I am not a fan of him, is Dylan Brooks. But he's gonna bring the defensive mindset, and he's gonna be the defensive leader probably of the team itself. So
that doesn't play defense.
I mean,
the team doesn't play defense though.
I think it's going to be a soap opera out here in Phoenix.
That nobody.
But hey, watch. it could be a crapshoot any night. I mean, I can't, like we were talking about right before you press record. I don't put a lot into the preseason. So for Phoenix to come out on Friday night and win by 22 points against the Lakers, I don't put a lot into that. I really don't.
So are y'all going to bring back Mike D'Antoni and just do the run and gun offense again?
They better not. I mean, that it might not be a bad idea since they can try and get as many points on the board as possible,
right.
Seconds or less. But I mean, I don't see a lot happening out here in Phoenix. If it works, it's going to be because of nothing short of a miracle.
Damn. Okay. Bryce, I'm going to throw it to you next because Pat requested to go last of the three of you.
I was like, I don't think Cam thinks highly of Mike D'Antoni. I think some of that has to do with these tied with Steve Nash stealing some of those MVPs from other
Kobe Bryant
players.
Steve Nash, I will go on record. Steve Nash does not deserve to be a back-to-back NBA MVP.
He didn't deserve to be a single MVP award winner.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
I'll be the first one to say
this is great to hear, guys. I love this. Go ahead.
I will go to my fucking grave on that. Pat, how you feel about Steve Nash before we go to Bryce?
Overrated.
A false great white hope. Okay. So how the hell Steve Nash got more MVPs than Dirk? Make it make sense. So
has he got more MVPs than Kobe?
Yeah.
I guess the league was obsessed with assists for a few years for some reason. It's like maybe Rondo should have been in some of those talks then. That's the case.
Agreed. Which is funny because he was drafted by Phoenix and then traded for cash at the draft.
At the draft, well.
He was a late bloomer, guys.
Nah,
he was a late bloomer.
He was an early bloomer.
Prime at the right time. I heard it's some bullshit.
So Bryce, we know how excited you've been this past off season for your Orlando Magic.
For what?
He's about to elaborate. Why
don't you just wait to go last since you're gonna have a worse team than the Magic this season? So why don't you just wait?
Bro, you need to wake up, bro.
Aging LeBron James, DeAndre Ayton that nobody else wants. That all of a sudden now that he's on the Lakers, whenever someone goes to the Lakers, all of a sudden they're better. With an aging LeBron James who doesn't know how to give the team up to Luka. Let's see how this season goes for you guys. Let's see how this season goes because I don't think you guys are going to be winning a championship or nothing. So
go all in with Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, Desmond Bain.
That's right.
You do, bro.
Desmond Bain has been balling for years. Who cares about the arms? The Magic have enough length to still outmeasure every other team in the league just from Jonathan Isaac alone, probably. So I don't care about no arm length if he can shoot three and score.
They still got to win.
Right.
Cam, you know that Homer
Paulo
Simpson meme
where he's backing into
the bushes. Yeah. That's where the Magic go every offseason for the past 10, 15 years? Trash. I'm sorry.
Trash?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Well, the Magic are going to have a better record than the Lakers this season. And you guys are in the West where you're not going to be able to beat Denver. You're not going to be able to beat Houston. You're not going to be able to beat OKC. So you guys are going to keep dwindling away the last few seasons of LeBron's career just so that he can get some fame. You guys are going to be a cute team. You guys are going to have Luka, but you're not going to really threaten the West.
Mr. Rhetoric on those Magic blogs. I can't
wait to hear whatever LA spin you throw on this team to make you guys excited for a championship since the last one you guys got. Look, I can't complain. You guys got one in the bubble. You guys have a legacy. You guys still are. You guys still are sinners. It's okay, but at some point, it's going to end, and we're coming to the end of the jokes about Orlando right now.
Imagine being in the middle of the pack or the bottom of the pack in the Eastern Conference. That shit is crazy work.
Imagine being in the middle of the West from now on. You ain't going nowhere. It's cute. It's cute. I know you guys. It's harder for Lakers fans because you guys have such a legacy of winning. But you know.
Say that again.
You guys have a legacy of winning. I get it. It's not like I can delete history, but it doesn't mean new things can't happen. Look at the Golden State Warriors. You know, they just built their own dynasty out of nowhere with Curry. That's what the Magic are about to do with Paolo and Franz. Okay.
He living on hope. He living on hope.
Bryce, with that said, tell us the exciting teams that you saw this offseason that makes you feel that way. Legit question.
What did you say? The exciting what?
What's up, Bryce?
What did you say?
No. So name the things that happened this offseason that makes you feel that way, that the Magic are going to be a player or a contender this year.
Our two main stars are just so young that they still have room to get better, but they've already shown flashes of what they can be, especially with Paolo. People like to talk about his inconsistency and his inefficient scoring when the team didn't have any other options and a ton of injuries. And I get the critiques, but in the playoffs, in the two series Paolo has played, he has stepped up exponentially. So I think he's a playoff riser. And with him being so young, I think he's got 3 to 4 years of still growth to experience. And that's just Paolo. That's not talking about Franz, who I think is a legit number 2 guy on a winning team. And so I think those two guys lead us into the future for a few years. But the additions of Bane, Jones is a small thing talking about off the bench, but in terms of needing a point guard to fill in, I don't know you can get much better than Tyus Jones in terms of just getting your offense set, not turning the ball over, knocking down threes, along with coaching additions to finally help the offense get out of the bottom tier, because the defense is elite. The defense is fine. It's the offense they got to figure out. Suggs is coming back from injury, who we found out last year was such a big part to helping those guys get open lanes, just because the three-point shooting was so historically bad that Paolo and Franz couldn't really get open lanes. I mean, there's tons of pictures and videos of Paolo having 4 guys on him, you know. So people can critique our young stars, but they got nothing but time and growth. And then the way the contracts are set up, if Bane does what they hope he can do, what he's done since he's been in the league, nothing crazier than that, no expanded roles, just doing what he has already proven he can do. Getting him and Suggs in with those other starters. Wendell Carter is just a defensive stalwart. Like he might be like the X factor on defense for those starters. Jalen Suggs is the heart of that group when he's out there. But in terms of switchability and what they like to do on defense, Wendell Carter is one of the big staples on that end. So I just think with the growth, the contracts of the 4 main guys outside of Wendell Carter all being on contract for the next 3 to 4 seasons, I think this is the beginning of the Magic's window towards trying to win their first championship. Not saying they're going to get there this year, although, you know, I think with certain kind of luck that some teams experienced last year, you just never know. It's not that they couldn't take advantage of an opportunity if something happened in terms of getting a lucky series or something like that. Something like we consider, I guess, the Pacers, not necessarily the Pacers, but OKC having to face a lot of injured teams, that kind of thing. Almost like they took a step forward before they were almost ready to. They were able to take advantage of the situation. So I think the Magic win a little over 50-something games. They're number 2 or 3 in the East. And I think they have a real chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
50 games, huh?
Bro.
Yeah, well, they won 47 2 years ago when Paolo was in his second year, and they had Gary Harris. So, yeah, I think 50-something wins is very doable.
Let me ask you this question. So, who's going to be the starting point guard?
Jalen Suggs.
I can make the argument that Tyus Jones is a better shooter and a better point guard than Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, it's not a hard point to make. However, his size is a problem on defense. So I I think when Suggs is out or hurt, like he was, he's not ready for preseason. He's going to try to start the season. Tyus Jones started last night. It makes the most sense. But
So if it makes the most
I don't
sense,
think
why
they're worried
aren't
about
y'all doing
regular.
it?
What's that?
I said, if it makes the most sense, why isn't Tyus Jones going to be the starter?
Because they like Suggs' defense, and he's a younger guy, and they're paying him.
Would you then argue to move Suggs to shooting guard then?
Not with Suggs. Not because we don't need a traditional point guard with how much Franz and Paolo have the ball in their hands. I don't think they wanted, like we were joking earlier, I don't think they want a guy. Well, Rondo was a little different, but Steve Nash, where you always have to have the ball in his hands to make the plays for everybody else. Rondo was able to fit in with that Boston team and get all of his guys the ball, but he didn't really need to score, so, things like that. So I think that was helpful for that team. But Suggs can handle the ball. He's not. He's not like a prime time just point guard. He does a lot of things. And 2 years ago when he was healthy, he shot like 40% from three. So he's not a bad 3-point shooter when he has time and he's comfortable with the right teammates. Desmond Bain handled the ball and moved the offense a little bit last year when Jaw went down. Paolo can do it. Franz can do it. I'm not saying this experiment will be the end-all be-all that gets them to a championship. However, I do feel like they have time to figure out if this doesn't work this season, because it's not like if they need to move Suggs or Bain or whoever down the road, that it's not a tradable contract. But I think in their eyes, they believe they can kind of do the point guard by committee with all those guys, because I don't think they want to take the ball out of Paolo and Franz's hands. I think that's mostly what it is.
From a basketball standpoint, this ain't no shots and nothing like that. From a basketball standpoint, I think it would benefit to have the ball out of Paolo's hands. You can still have Franz be a secondary playmaker. You can have Tyus Jones be the first decision maker. That way, Paolo won't wear himself out and be tired at the end of games, which has happened before, which speaks to the inconsistency that some fans, I love Paolo, but it goes to the inconsistency that some fans point out. So with the added shooting that the Magic have, that's going to free up some lanes from Paolo, like we talked about, so he won't have to work as hard to score. But with that, you don't want him to have the ball in his hands all the time either, trying to be a playmaker. They need to set him up to get him easier buckets. So from a basketball standpoint, it just makes sense to have Tyus Jones be the first ball handler. But if that's the Magic want to do something else, they can Magic like they always do.
So would you then have Jalen Suggs coming off the bench then?
Yeah, I would.
You would?
And here's why. Especially with him coming off of it. It was a freak injury, especially him coming off of an injury now. He's been injured the last year and a half with just different various shit because he plays hard. So him coming off the bench isn't saying, hey, we're not loyal to you or you're not a good player for us. It's just saying, hey, we're trying to extend your durability as well by the way he plays. So limit his minutes, start Tyus Jones, have Franz be the secondary playmaker. Paolo's free to catch the ball and do what the fuck he needs to do once he get it. But Paolo shouldn't be thinking, oh, let me play make first. No. He needs to be the go-to guy.
Well, I think that's why part of the reason they liked Bain was the fact that he has experience doing some of that as well. So I think the plan was to let Suggs and Bain handle a lot of it. And then, like you said, Franz does some too. I don't think the plan is to let, Paolo bring the ball up the court all the time. At least, not anymore. So I think this would be like the last year that they try or see how this experiment with Suggs at point guard goes, because it's kind of like it's coming to a head, especially if he's healthy. I think we would have come to that decision maybe last year if they had seen enough of him on the court. But I think they're in a weird situation with Suggs being a combo guard and in the experience he's had so far. So I do think you will see a decision with Suggs in that position in the next season or two, depending on how this one goes. But in terms of defense and 3-point shot making and what he brings for the energy of the team, it's nothing but positives. So you might be right. He might need to be on the bench for Tyus. I think they're more worried about that once they get to a playoff series. For Tyus possibly getting picked on defense. I think that's the only thing they're worried about with Jones. Nothing else. It's strictly his size on defense.
Okay, last thing before. Oh, go ahead.
This is kind of an interesting topic I find because the conversation centering around the Orlando Magic, it kind of goes a little deeper. And it's kind of weird to say that, but when you're talking about Jalen Suggs, he's coming up on possibly a contract extension or a release within the next, I think 2 seasons? Is it 2 seasons?
Yeah, I think his new contract would have just went into effect this season. He would have signed last year with Franz.
Okay. Oh, so they did. Okay, so they have an extension with him already. All right.
Yeah.
So with the money that they're going to be paying him, though, like, is that bench money or is that starting money? Like, you're
that's the
exactly. So at that point, you have to play him for the bread that he's going to be getting. So it's like now you're kind of caught into a predicament where the better basketball move might be Tyus Jones, but the financial move says you got to play Suggs. So do they move on from him and try and dump that contract if it doesn't work, or do they play it out? I think is the big question when it comes to that, when in their rotation.
Yeah, it's a good question. I also think, like I said, I think regular season is going to be quite a bit different than maybe who they let play and get minutes in the playoffs. I think they're just worried about Jones getting picked on defense. I think that's the main thing. So it's like if they can figure out throughout the season, like if Suggs goes down with something else, then they're forced they play Tyus at the one with the starters full time. I think that could be good in a sense to where they figure out how to cover up whatever deficiencies he has by playing with him. But I think that's probably the main worry in terms of the rest of the bench, what Tyus can bring to help those guys. I think because the bench scoring has always been until we see what the offense can become from the starters this season. The bench unit has always been a way for us to get points, and so I think they really value that off the bench, and so I think they're really looking for when the team's fully healthy, Tyus Jones to help those other guys on the bench get their shots. So I think it's just more of a combination of if Suggs is out, not having not having enough playmakers, and then getting those guys on the bench their points. In terms of point guard play, there was not a better point guard on the team than Tyus Jones. That's like it's not even an argument, and a lot of people do see that. I think the problem is the price tag of Suggs mixed with the size and the defense of Tyus. So I think it's a few things, but I do think this season gives them their for sure answer on how they want to go forward.
Yeah, Pat, I'm coming. I swear to God, I'm coming.
I can't believe we just spent the last 20 minutes talking about the Orlando Magic.
We're gonna spend a couple of more. And we're gonna spend a couple more.
You don't get that for the Lakers on every mainstream media outlet that has nothing better to talk about. Fuck the Lakers.
I knew this show was a Magic.
Fuck DeAndre Ayton. Fuck JJ fucking Redick. Fuck all those bitches in yellow and gold. You ain't going nowhere this year. If you don't win a championship, it's a waste of time in Laker Kingdom. So fuck off.
So it was a valid conversation.
It is a valid conversation. Yeah.
I get so tired of hearing about
the Magic are never a valid conversation. What the fuck?
So
that's why I was quiet. I was like, what the fuck?
Just the
Magic, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah. They're going to be important this season.
Just to pivot back, I know it's a preseason. I know it, God. We know. Tyus is a bit out of shape. Right now, he's a bit out of shape. He was a little slow last night, so he has to work himself into playing shape. I'm a huge fan of Tyus Jones. I will always be a huge fan of Tyus Jones. But if I will stand on the best basketball move is to have him in the starting lineup, but he has to get himself in the game shape too. I wouldn't be surprised, and this is going to be the cap on the Magic conversation, I wouldn't be surprised if they go with a 3-guard lineup. Okay, at some point with during the season, which would move Wendell Carter onto the bench. Okay, so you have Tyus, you have Suggs, you have Bain who can play 3, played a little 3 in Memphis, and then you have Franz and Paulo. Don't be surprised if you see that lineup as you guys are gearing towards the playoffs, because I understand the player situation, who's the best point guard, who's getting more money. If you guys are trying to win.
I can see that lineup working against small ball lineups, but like, the Knicks might be trying to start Robinson and Cat. So that's going to be tough. Like, there might even be lineups where Wendell Carter and Goga Batadze have to go out there just because of these other big lineups. I'm not saying for every game. And the Paolo starting at center is not even a bad thing in my eyes. Like I said, it would have to be against the right lineups, I would imagine.
That goes back to coaching, so we'll see how good Jamal Mosley can tinker with this team. All right, Pat, here we go. I know you.
That was crazy work, bro. Y'all talked about the Magic for 20 minutes straight, bro.
If you want to talk about the Lakers for 20 minutes, you can.
Talk about it for 21.
I don't have that much to talk about with the Lakers, but the Magic, bro, that was crazy.
Man, we need to take you back to like the first couple of seasons when Curry was just getting going and see what you would have said about that. That's ridiculous. Enjoy living in the old NBA.
You comparing the Warriors to the Magic? Is that what you?
Yeah, what Golden State had before Curry and before Clay came around? What they had?
Will Chamberlain used to play for them. I mean, TMC. You can talk about them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole lot of shit you can talk about. But fucking Magic, bro.
Yeah, an NBA team.
I've never learned so much about the Orlando Magic.
Gonna be better than your team this year. Gonna be better than the Lakers.
Crazy.
So
go ahead, enjoy Luka. Enjoy LeBron.
I thought Lakers fans were delusional. I thought Lakers were delusional. No hell.
Go ahead,
Magic fans, bro.
Go ahead, enjoy your fucking what was it?
Winning.
Yeah. Enjoy your last ring. It's not gonna be a while before you get another one.
Man, it must suck to be a Magic fan. I'm ready, bro. Go ahead.
I'm tired of this.
It must suck being a Magic fan, bro.
It's better than buying every championship. I'd rather have pride in my championship than fucking buying them. I'll send you a Yankees hat too. I'm sure you like them and the Cowboys.
Nah, I'm a Braves fan. But anyway.
Go ahead. Go on about your goal.
Lemon Daddy, you have the stage.
I just want to say Bronny James is more famous than anybody on the
This is what Lakers fans have to talk about. Bronny fucking James. Can't wait for them to be out of the league.
Let him get it off his chest. Go ahead. You all right? Okay. I, unlike my co-panelists here, am not optimistic about the hopes of my team this year. I'll be completely honest. DeAndre Ayton, what is he? 18-10. I'm not looking for him to be a offensive addition to my team. Past Lemon Daddy, I don't have any optimism. Rui's not a consistent scorer. We have a bunch of young guys now, so we're trying to like up the pace and the tempo, and we should be better defensively. But we need scoring in order to compete.
Y'all got Luka. He has the highest efficiency in the NBA for the past 8 years.
It's not enough, bro. We have Luka and we have LeBron, and it's not enough. We have teams with less talent that are winning. We have the Denver Nuggets. We have fucking Houston was the number 2 seed last year, bro. The fucking OKC, they're just younger. They're better defensively. They can outscore us. We need some size. We need somebody.
That's what you got Hayden there for.
Nah, that's not enough. He's just tall. You didn't let me finish either.
My bad.
We need somebody who can score down there too. We just don't need a presence. We need somebody we can give the ball to and get a fucking bucket when we need one. So we're not there. And LeBron is 45. And Luka, he ain't showed me shit, really. You know, you gotta show me something, bro. We're okay. Let me explain something to y'all. We don't live on hope here, okay? We've won 17 rings. We want to win, and we need you to show us we gonna win. All this we hoping and wishing, and we have potential in these players. We don't give a fuck about none of that. We want to see you win, and y'all ain't showed me shit. Nothing. The only player I'm confident in is Austin Reeves, aka Lemon Daddy. You showed me you want to play. Oh, and fucking that crazy ass Jackson Hayes. He's the only two that showed me, something so far. I need Rui to be more consistent. You 6'8", 6'9", 225. You strong. Go get a bucket, bro. Stop waiting on LeBron to pass you the ball or Luka to pass you the ball. Be aggressive. Go get a fucking bucket. You see how Austin Reeves play? He don't wait around for LeBron to pass him the ball or fucking Luka. He go get a bucket, okay? Fuck all this deferment, waiting on LeBron to make the right basketball pass or to play. Fuck all that. Go get a fucking bucket and play better defense. DeAndre Ayton, grab some fucking rebounds and block some shots. Get the fuck out of the way, bro. That's, fuck that. We're going to finish in the middle of the pack this year. OKC are the champs. Okay? We got Denver out there. Fuck them. Okay? Houston may be a problem. Houston may be a problem. You Wemby coming back. It's a tough Western Conference. But all this optimism about my team, I have none. And one more thing. Fuck the Magic on top of that.
I could tell you were a Reeves fan. I could tell that was probably your favorite player on the team.
I have to ask this question.
Go ahead, Mike.
Austin?
Did you get all of that from Friday night's preseason game?
No, I got it from the past 3 seasons.
Because
we're not competing, bro. The league.
You guys aren't going to win a championship again until you get rid of LeBron. Until you move on from LeBron.
You a bad judge of winners, bro. You be quiet.
Hold on.
Trash.
He wasn't winning. He ain't a winner no more.
Hold on. That was going to be my next question, Pat. Do you think it's time for the Lakers to move on from LeBron?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And trade him. We need an asset, a young asset that can produce, bro. Like he's not going to stay with us forever. It's time to go.
Let's dig a little deeper into this. So, there were reports that LeBron was feeling a certain type of way this offseason because the Lakers were, building a team around Luka and not necessarily him. So how do you feel about that? You think that's the right thing for the Lakers to do? Absolutely.
You got to think for the future. LeBron he about to turn 41 this year. This is 23rd season. We can't bet on that. Although he is producing as a 40-year-old, that's not going to be. That's not. I lost the word. It's not going to last long. Okay, so we need to think about the future. We need to trade for assets that we can depend on in the next 5-6 years. And LeBron is not going to be that. Eventually, he's going to make a decision that's best for LeBron. As we know, his history, he's going to make the best decision for him. So we need to make the best decision for the Lakers. We go get Luka. I'm not Luka. Joker and go or Giannis, and let's move on from there. But keeping LeBron around, it may sell tickets, but it's not going to produce winning in the long run. Hell no. We need to move forward.
What assets do you think that you can get for a $52 million 41-year-old?
Somebody will trade for him. I know you into the business side.
No.
But I'm more
ain't nobody.
I know LeBron sells tickets, and I know those owners are more interested in that than winning. It's only a few teams that compete for the championship every year. and most of them teams will love to have LeBron James on their team, just for the revenue alone.
Season, like we're not talking like he's got 5 years left. I don't think you get anything of substance in return for LeBron that's gonna last long term for you either. Like I don't think you're gonna get what you want without packaging up multiple. Like if you're talking about a Giannis or Jokic, or even like someone right below that tier, LeBron. I don't think LeBron can get you there. So
no, we don't need.
I'm not saying
we don't necessarily need to trade him. We don't need to trade him.
No, you have to trade
somebody free agent. We can get a free agent to come out there. We can definitely do that.
Well, LeBron can leave next year.
It's not done as much in free agency anymore, though. Like you don't really see a lot of that. I think it would have to come through a trade.
And we shouldn't be talking about free agent next year when we haven't even started this season yet. This is supposed to be the season preview because it's the season preview. Because this is the season.
But I can talk about what I want to talk about. I can talk about the future.
Okay.
Let me. Don't try to sudden me, bro. Don't try to sudden me. Y'all talked about the Magic for 20 minutes. I can talk about the future of the Lakers.
Let me step back.
No, Mike, you don't got to step back.
I do. I got to step back. It's all good though.
So to get back to it, because I'm in agreement with you that you need to move on from LeBron. My issue with that is I don't know if LeBron can take that based on the reports we've already heard this offseason. LeBron wanted a contract extension. The Lakers didn't give it to him, which was telling, which was very telling. So it looks like there is a divorce coming. The only team realistically I can see trading for LeBron is like New York. That's the only team I can kind of see making something work like that. But as far as that's the thing, as far as the Lakers, as far as what you guys need, y'all need a lot, man.
I'm honest about that. Yes, we need a lot.
So this season, I'm not going to say it's a wasted season. I'm not going to say that. But if we want to go back to some of the decisions that was made even last season, there's someone on your roster that shouldn't be playing in the NBA. That roster spot could have been used to bolster your bench, to get another big, something like that, right? So there have been decisions.
No, Nepo baby.
Talking about Ronnie, yeah. So
he shouldn't be in the NBA. Wow.
Correct.
Y'all still on that.
Yes.
Still on that.
That's yes. Because the things that you guys need, he's not producing for y'all. So therefore, you're wasting a roster spot. And this ain't even about the money or the contract. It's about a fucking spot. Are you? And here's a question. Let's say LeBron is still on the team. And let's say you guys need another big because Ayton doesn't do well or whatnot because we know he's trash and he's not motivated. Are you willing, personally, to cut Bronny to get sized?
I'd rather cut Coloco or one of them other scrubs. I'm not cutting Bronny James. That's a bad business decision.
Why? Because LeBron is already
a bad business decision.
Based on what?
Popular. He's based on jersey sales, based on followers.
Y'all ain't trying to win.
I never thought I'd see the day that the Laker Kingdom bow down to the son of a player who's on the way out. When you got a guy like Luka in the house,
I like these narratives, y'all. I like these narratives loser teams create.
You guys are better than that.
Narratives loser teams create about a historic franchise. Stay on the back end, bro. You have no authority here.
Your argument is nonsensical.
You guys are better than that.
My argument is nonsensical. Why?
You would cut somebody else over Bronny James, yeah.
Why?
Because what has he done to deserve that roster spot? When you guys obviously need help in other areas.
What has Coloco done? What are some of these other players?
I will say I've never seen them play.
I think it's a witch hunt because it's Bronny James, and I think it's passé. Like y'all, bro, move on. Y'all been saying this for the past. This is the second year.
Outside of this offseason, what moves would you make this season to get the help that the Lakers need? Because we know you're not happy with the way the team's, moving, the direction the team's moving in. So what moves would you make this season to fix that lineup?
Like mid-season? Are we talking postseason?
Trade after December 15th. People can be traded.
we have a lot of young assets. I think they can use as pieces to try to get something. We have a lot of depth as far as youngsters. So we can definitely get rid of some of them scrubs we have back there just being cheerleaders for Luka and Brown. So I would just say take some of them and go get at least just one solid scorer, somebody who can give us some points when LeBron ain't producing and when Luka out here crying to the refs. I think I can't name anybody off the top of my head right now, but it's Pelinka could definitely find somebody out here we can add to the team during the midseason, and I think it'll happen. That's what we do. We get the players to come to the team. We produce. We don't speculate. We produce. You feel me? So yeah, it'll get done. I don't know who it'll be, but we'll get somebody eventually.
I'm looking forward to the Lakers being mid for the next 4 to 5 seasons with the other West teams stepping up. It's going to be fun to watch the Lakers get kicked out in the first round for a while.
The Orlando Magic have been mid since 1988.
It's okay. I was expecting that attack. I was expecting it. It's still fun to take shots at the Lakers.
So
I'll trade that.
That's all you have. That's all you have to look forward to, sir.
It's nice.
Hating on the Lakers.
It's nice to watch
because the Magic can't win shit. So that's all
you're gonna get a score for a bunch of kids you call trash who don't even play. Yeah, right. Have fun.
They are trash.
Yeah,
just like the Magic. Yes. Mm-hmm.
We still got to let our fearless leader talk about his Heatles. I'm excited.
So Mike, with the quote unquote trash players that the Lakers have, which probably numbers 3 to 4, do you see a move this season that the Lakers can make?
I mean, in all honesty, I think they should try and move LeBron as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Try and get something for him. Although I don't think that there's any real. I think the majority of the power is in whoever's negotiating with them because of his age and his contract amount. So, like you said, no matter what, they're not going to get in return what he's worth, right? But at least they can try and get something. And I think that it narrows down when you think about his age and what he's trying to do. It really kind of narrows the team down to like maybe 2 or 3 different teams that he could actually go and possibly win a ring before he retires with. That might take him, and Golden State could be one. Like you said, the Knicks could be another if they're trying to do something right now. But it's kind of interesting as far as what that position is going to be, because you either trade him before the season is over, before the trade deadline. So you got till February?
Yeah.
Or you don't get anything for him at all and he walks.
Mm-hmm.
So you got some decisions to make, Rob. Like him opting into that $52 million contract. I mean, that was a LeBron James for LeBron James move. You know what I mean? But it really put the Lakers in a bad spot because there's very little negotiation room on their side.
Yeah. And all signs indicate that he's probably going to walk this year.
That's the same thing I said. LeBron James only looking out for LeBron James.
Well, yeah, we've always said that.
Look out for ourselves in the future. That's the same thing I said.
So, I thought he was going to make the announcement that he was going to retire this year, but now it looks like he wants to play another year or two. So I just don't. I'm ready for him to go. Like, he's done everything he can possibly do in basketball. I'm ready for him to go. So it does kind of handicap the franchise when you have to bend to this player that's obviously looking out for himself. Pat, this is the last thing I ask you before we pivot. As far as JJ Redick, do you think he's the right guy for this team that's in transition?
I think so far he's proven that he's a competent coach. He's a basketball guy. I respect JJ. He remind me of myself. He don't even fuck about y'all opinion. He just want to get the job done. So I think he's qualified. The Lakers think he qualified. He just signed an extension, didn't he?
I believe so.
They don't like keeping coaches around in LA. You got to produce. So they saw something in him this year. I mean, this is. I would like to reinforce the point. We are not the Pistons. We are not the Magic. We're not even the fucking Heat. We are the Lakers, bro. So when we invest into something, we want to produce, and we feel like JJ is going to do that for us. So
the
yes,
moment
I'm confident
LeBron's
in JJ.
gone, JJ's gone. The reason JJ's there is because LeBron is there. When LeBron
Speculation.
decides he doesn't like y'all's coach, the only one that survived that is Spoelstra.
So why Lakers paid him then? Why are the Lakers paying him?
They were
Because
podcast co-hosts together. That vibe very well.
Once LeBron's gone,
Why are the
JJ's
Lakers
gone.
paying him?
Unless y'all win a championship, JJ's gone with LeBron.
Don't talk about your feelings. Talk about why the Lakers are paying him.
Because they need to make LeBron happy.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
So,
why.
But they don't plan. But they don't
That's
plan
why
on keeping
Bron is
LeBron.
there.
They're not planning on keeping LeBron.
That's
So
why
why
y'all fired him.
Because
why
he's
did they give
gonna
JJ
walk.
an extension? If
So
LeBron
we
is not
said-
going to be there long term, why did they offer JJ an extension?
I don't think they care about
Let's
paying
talk
coaches
logic.
that aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
Let's talk logic. Don't talk feelings.
We're
So
not.
here's logic.
How many teams are paying coaches that they don't have that aren't the Lakers? You're going to tell me the Lakers aren't afraid of paying a coach and then firing him? Get out of here.
They offered JJ Redick an extension a couple weeks ago, my guy.
Yeah, and because
That
LeBron's
was
still on
probably
the
to try and
team.
get LeBron to stay after however long it's going to be. Trying to get him not to walk after the season.
You think the Lakers trying to hold on to LeBron James? A 41-year-old?
Absolutely.
They're trying to make him as happy as they can without giving him the whole team. Yeah.
So
I disagree.
Okay.
ju-
When
just-
when LeBron James is gone and JJ Redick is gone at the same time, we'll revisit this. Okay. Because I can almost
Yeah.
guarantee that shit unless they win a championship together.
I think it still happens
Those
either way.
predictions are empty, just like all them Bronny James and other Laker predictions, and the Magic predictions y'all have. So
from a
whatever.
basketball,
whatever.
Cam seems to be pretty on
Hold on.
top of this shit, and he's been harping on this Bronny James shit since before it happened. So
Oh.
I'll be willing to bet, Bronny's probably gone too
Yeah.
shortly after LeBron's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. There goes.
Yeah, y'all said the same thing last preseason. Yeah, all that. All the
Let
same.
me just say this. Let me just say this. We're all in agreement that the Lakers are not going to be great this year. We're all in agreement on that. From a basketball standpoint, like when I presented my argument to Bryce as far as Tyus Jones versus Jalen Suggs, here's a question that makes sense to me because I am a basketball guy, which we all are. Why won't JJ Redick put LeBron James and Luka Doncic into the pick and roll?
You gotta ask JJ Redick that.
No. That's the best coaching decision to maximize the talent of those two players who have high basketball IQs. It is simple.
Okay.
Those two players running a pick and roll can dissect 90% of the teams in the league. It is a simple play. It's the most basic play in basketball. You have these two big bodies down there. Yes, Luka is slimmed up, but he's still tall. It is when I look at it and they don't run it, it's infuriating to me because if I was coaching the Lakers, I would run that. It cannot be stopped with those two players. So if
That's a valid point.
if JJ Redick is this coaching savant, why the fuck won't he do it?
Okay, I don't think I ever called him a savant, but
Others do. I didn't say you did. Others do.
Okay, I don't know. That is valid. I think that's a valid criticism.
Because he's
To do
protecting
that.
LeBron.
That's
In
what
what
he
way,
does.
though? How is that protecting LeBron for him not to run a pick and roll?
Because LeBron would be the point man on that. Luka would be the one to benefit from that more than LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying the shine? You think LeBron want more shine?
Mm-hmm.
He always does.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying, you got
I'm not a LeBron fan, so okay.
Yeah, I get it. No, but we're talking from a basketball standpoint. You got two guys that are like 6'8", 6'9", who can play point. Why not run a pick and roll between those two guys?
It's a great question. It's a lot of ISO ball when it comes to the Lakers. I don't have an answer for that, sir.
Right. Okay. So
the funny thing is, I remember you texting me that last year, like all caps, because it pissed you off so much. You're like, run the damn fucking pick and roll.
Yes. You have to maximize the look. You can't hide players. You can't protect players. If you're fucking trying to win, you got to put the best lineup out there. I don't give a fuck about contracts and none of that. If the contracts don't match up with the players on the court, that's a front office issue, and y'all got to, and whoever it is, got to fix that. Okay, you have to put the best players for the team on the court. You mean to tell me in the 70 years of basketball, this is the first time we've seen two fucking point guards, 6'8", on the court at the same time, and everyone's afraid to run a pick and roll? Make it make sense.
I know.
Make it make sense.
If LeBron was the greatest player of all time, you would think he would just take over and make that happen. Wouldn't you think?
Whatever. So we're gonna wrap this up soon. I know everybody's been waiting to see what I gotta say about South Beach. Okay, everybody's been waiting. So this is what I'm gonna say, Bryce, to you. My starters are better than your starters. Your bench are currently better than my bench. Okay, that's what happened last night. To the Lakers. I don't know why the fuck y'all want Andrew Wiggins, but we can talk.
Me neither. I don't know either, bro.
He's a scorer they're looking for. That big time scorer they need. Andrew Wiggins.
Hey,
hell no.
Hey, if you want to talk, we can talk. Y'all got some pieces I might want. Not named LeBron and Bronny James, by the way.
You want some of that young trash they got? That young trash?
Yeah. Trash. Yeah, just like the Magic starters, trash. Yeah.
Mike, okay.
Mike, thank you to the Detroit Pistons for alleviating me of having to defend Duncan Robinson for the last 7 years. Okay. Now,
my pleasure. I'll take what I can get when it comes to 3-point shooting because we don't have the gambler on our squad no more. So
this is what I'm going to say about the Miami Heat.
Yeah. Duncan Robinson. My bad. I'm sorry.
Tyler Hero's probably going to miss the first 2 months. Everyone knows my love-hate relationship with Tyler Hero, but it's more hate than love. Norman Powell is going to be a good addition for us. If we decide to keep Andrew Wiggins, he's going to be a good addition for us. Well, good full season addition for us. The reason why I say that is if you put Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins kind of together, you got like a little Jimmy Butler, right? And that's what we're trying to replace. That's the hole that we're trying to replace, okay?
Oh, my God.
That
was hilarious.
You're attacking Suggs for running a point, and you're trying to replace Butler with Norman Powell and Wiggins.
Bro said if you take these two guys and put them in the one.
Yeah, you got a little Jimmy Butler. So
that's hilarious.
Bam is going to be Bam. Just up and down, up and down. Spo is going to be Spo with the crazy lineups and all this other bullshit. I have no fucking expectation for this team this year. These motherfuckers could be 10th. These motherfuckers could be 3rd. I don't know what the fuck they're going to land at. I just got to see everybody play and see everybody healthy.
I respect that.
I do.
Being honest.
I will say this. I have the best coach in the NBA. He's going to find a way to make this work. Okay. Yeah, he's the best coach. Yes. Yeah.
I had to think about it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's the best coach. There's a big elephant in the room, which is, the Celtics being hurt. The Sixers just every year I pick the Sixers to go to the finals and they just let me down. So there is, and then with Tyrese being out for the year, the Pacers are going to take a dip. Okay, so it's some room for teams like the Magic, the Heat, Cleveland, like fuck,
a lot of people expect Atlanta to have a better season.
Atlanta's gonna be one of those things. So the East is wide open right now. I think the Heat are gonna fall within that 5-6 range, because I think Eric Spoelstra is gonna figure it out. So you have some teams with great talent and bad coaching, but they win because the talent's so good, but the coaching's stupid, kind of like JJ Redick. But then you also have other teams that don't have the most talent, but their coach is so good, the team overachieves. And that's what Miami's been for the last few years, and I think we're going to continue to do that. So I see us falling within that 5-6 range. Could there be another trade down the road? I don't know.
Whoa.
I know the Lakers been blowing us up all offseason.
You've been saying the Lakers a lot in your soliloquy.
You wanted some shine, didn't you?
Hey,
I mean, the Magic got their shine.
We had to make sure we went to 20 minutes on the Lakers.
Hey, you said the Magic. You said the Heat have overachieved.
Yes.
Despite their talent, and they're still just mediocre.
Yes.
That is incredible. You continue.
How many times? Hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on. In the last 5 years, how many times your team went to the finals?
In the last 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Once.
Okay. How many times did the Miami Heat go to the finals in the last 5 years?
Twice.
Thank you. Okay.
How many times they won?
No, that's fine. We don't have LeBron James. We don't have Anthony Davis. Hold on. We don't have Anthony Davis at the time when y'all had him. Okay. You want to keep going?
Oh yeah, I love these discussions. Go ahead, sir. Go right ahead.
I'm just saying. And
I like to point out the other trashness of your organization. Go ahead, sir.
That's fine. And I've given the Lakers all the proper respect for winning the championship in the bubble. I've never said anything bad or disrespected the Lakers about the bubble. All I've said was that if my team had been healthy in that bubble run, y'all would have lost.
Okay, I wasn't talking bad about your team. I was just pointing out what you said. You said that they have overachieved, yet they are still mediocre. That's all I'm saying.
Because keep in mind, we're the first play-in team to go to the NBA Finals. Keep in mind.
That is absolutely true.
Okay, so again, our coach can work magic with not so talented teams.
Starts from the top down.
Right. So, people laugh at Heat culture and all that shit. It's real. Mm-hmm. It's a thing. Okay. So again, no, it's real. Puerto Rico apparently loves us, even though we lost last night. So just to put a cap on it, 5-6 maybe, could be higher because that's just what we do. Bryce one time said the Heat are like the Terminators. You think we're out and we keep coming back all the time.
We call them the zombie Heat.
Yeah, because they just find a way. So, with that said, we're going to wrap it up for this week's episode of the Hardwood Nation podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share our content. Drop comments below. We always respond. Everyone stay safe, and we are out.